Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Monkey Wrench. I'm Kelly, the monkey with the wrench. Today we're working on this John Deere L130 automatic. You've seen this on my channel before. He had an issue with the starting button, and when he hooked up the battery, it was smoking and frying the wires. So if you want to know how we fix that, go back and check the channel. It should be something along the lines of John Deere mower, smoking wires or something. But anyway, he's had it now for, I don't know, a month or two. It's been a while. And what he noticed was the battery is going dead on it every once in a while, every week or two. And it's a fairly new battery. I have it on the charger now. But he bought it in January, February, March, April, May, June of this year. So, it's a new battery, and it shouldn't be going dead. Now, we found a power wire that had fried a diode, and we kind of circumvented it and got rid of it. And I have a feeling that's kind of what's going on. But because we didn't get into checking the generator ring around the flywheel and that kind of thing, we don't know what's going on. So, it's raining today, which is always fun. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film, but what I'm going to do, first off, I had to put another battery in, and it was a backwards battery, so I had to add an extension. So if you see two black wires on the battery, that's on purpose. It's just an extension. Here is what we're looking at first. This drops your voltage down. It's a voltage regulator. You have a ring of magnets that run around underneath the flywheel, and there's magnets on the flywheel. So as it spins, let me go back inside. As it spins, the flywheel spins, okay, and it's got a magnet on it, and it runs around the edge of that ring like Tony Stark's chest power. And it sends voltage in AC. That's AC, not DC. It's AC like your house. It generates AC current, alternating current, and it sends it to through those wires to that voltage regulator. Now there's two wires that come in from the generator, and in this particular case they'll be the two outside wires or the two white wires. That's what's coming off the generator and into this voltage regulator. Then through a series of diodes, it converts it down to 12 volts DC, actually 14 volts DC, and that comes out the center wire right here, which is what goes back to your battery, or our battery's there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the machine, and I'm going to unplug that. I'm going to take my leads on my multimeter here, set to AC current, and that is, I'll find it in a minute. I'm going to set it to AC. I'm going to start the tractor, and what I should see coming out of there is about 25 volts. That way I know whether the generator is actually generating power. Then we'll test the voltage regulator, and we'll make sure that we have a line that goes back to the battery. So let me get this set up. Okay, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leads, and I'm going to go to the two outside pins on the voltage regulator. Those are the two wires coming in from the generator ring on top. So I want to see what the voltage is. It should be at least 25 volts. I have my meter set. I don't know how well you can see that, but I have my meter set on volts. Yeah, you can see that now. So let me start this thing up, and you should always test with full RPMs. So let's make sure. And we're getting 44 to 45 volts. Now I am going to unplug that because that's a little high, and I want to make sure that nothing's getting interfered with it. Now 45 is acceptable, This is a larger tractor, an older style tractor, riding mower, whatever you call it. You can put attachments on it. So to have a larger amount of voltage is not uncommon, but it should be around 25 or so. So I'm just gonna, all I did was unplug that plug. I went to the 2 outside lines, which are the 2 that come off of the generator. I'm gonna start this thing back up. And we're just gonna check again. It's already hooked up, so it'll just show up. So yeah, we're still showing 45 volts coming out of the generator. So in the very least, we know that the generator ring, the power ring underneath the flywheel is working. It's sending 45 volts out. The 2 wires. Now what I'm gonna do is plug that back in. I'm going to connect my hot lead to the center. Where's my finger here? I'm going to connect my hot lead to the center because the center should be 12 volts coming out. And I'm going to take my negative lead and I'm going to touch it somewhere to ground it to the motor or the battery and see. And what we should have is about 14 amps coming out, or 14 volts DC. So switch your meter back to DC. 20 is okay because it's only 14 volts coming out. Your battery fully charged should be somewhere between 12.5 and 12 and 12.50 to 12.75 fully charged battery. So 14 amps is enough to be putting 1.5 amps back on top of whatever you're using. So let me just plug this back in. And like I said, I'm going to ground this somewhere to a screw. Somewhere on here I get a reading. And I'm going to take this and put it just in the center on DC volts. I actually should get a reading while it's plugged in of about what's in the battery, or about 12.5. And I'm not. But that's alright. Let's start it up and see what happens. Problem right there. Did we just run out of gas? Hang on, it just stopped for some reason. Let me try and start it again. We might have run out of gas. Okay, now I think it's possible I had a bad connection real quick. We ran out of gas. I put gas in it. I'm going to start it back up. I'm going to come off the center lead, put to a ground, and see how many volts we should be coming out of here. With this voltage regulator, it should be putting out a minimum of 14 volts DC. So if we see less than that, we know we got a bad regulator, and that's why we're not charging the battery. So let's start it back up. About 10.50, 10.5. So we're not getting any. It's reading about 10.5 volts, all right? And it should be reading 14. As I said, your battery should be fully charged between 12.5 and 12.75 volts. And I know we are, because I just pulled this battery out. It's one of mine. We know that we're getting plenty of voltage out of the generator ring on top, and we know that we're only getting 10.5 volts out of the voltage regulator. 10.5 volts is not enough to even charge a dead battery by itself, let alone a good battery. So that's our first issue. I'm going to go ahead and order the new voltage regulator, and when I get it on, I will show you the difference before I end the video. So stay tuned. One other thing that I want to show you real quick. You have a lot of safety systems, and especially in these John Deeres, half of which I think are a bunch of crap. But you have to come from your voltage regulator all the way back to the positive side, to the positive on your battery, okay? Now, I know it doesn't look like it here, but that's because I have an extension on here. The other reason that you may not be charging your battery is there may be a fuse in the line somewhere that's blown, so it's not making a connection. There could be wiring that got old and the plastic casing has come off, little rodents chewed on it, it rubbed against something, it's shorting out. You know, there could be 100 reasons why the wiring between your voltage regulator and your battery is no good. Now mine are 8 inches apart from each other, but there's a ton of wiring and diodes and safeties and everything it has to go through first. So what you want to check after you've checked that you have at least 25 volts coming out of your generator, that you have at least 14 volts coming out of your voltage regulator, which we do not, the last thing I do want to check is that we have a clear line, a clear path, a clear road from the voltage regulator back to the battery. And the easiest way to check that is very simple. I'm going to take one lead and I'm going to put it on the voltage regulator right in the center. That's where our power comes from the voltage regulator and goes back to our battery. Then I'm going to take the other lead and I'm going to touch that, because we're already on the positive side here on the voltage regulator. This is your 12 volts going back to your battery. I'm going to touch the negative side of my battery with the other one. Sorry, the negative side. And you see I'm reading 1248, 1246, 1249. Now what that tells me is that I have power that's coming from my battery, and it has to come back to the center of this voltage regulator. That's all I care about. It's an external line that just goes from the charging system back to the battery, just to feed it a charge. So if I go ahead and do that, and I put one side on where the positive should be going back to the battery, that's the end, and then I go back here and I check it again, now I know that I have a good line, I have a good road for the voltage coming out to go back to the battery. And then I don't have to check for loose or broken wires or anything like that. So stand by. Okay, it's the next day. Well, not for you guys, but for me. I got the new voltage regulator. It's installed. It's literally 2 screws here and the plug goes back on. So when you want to test to make sure that you're doing well, the first thing you want to do is you want to check the voltage, the current voltage on your battery. Because when you start the machine, if it's charging correctly and you check the voltage should go up right on the battery. So first thing here I'm going to do is check the voltage, and I'm at 12.94. Okay, 12.94 or 13 volts, which is pretty high. That's good. It was at 12.7, I think. Anyway, so that's with the engine off. Now when I start the engine, I'm going to have the leads on here, and you should see that go up. It should go up an amp, or a volt, I mean, maybe 3/4 of a volt. As long as your readings go higher when the machine is running, you know you're getting a charge. So let's do that real quick. Again, we're at what, 12.97, 12.93, so 12.9. Now we're going to start it. Probably didn't need choke. I'm going to check is the voltage coming out of the voltage regulator. It should be at about 14. And there you are. We're at 14 volts now coming out of the voltage regulator. So we were at 12.9 on the battery without it running. When we started it, it went to 13.7, 13.8. it went up almost an entire volt, which means our charging system is working and it's finding its way to the battery. That's why there's more power in the battery when it's running. And we also know we went straight to 14 volts on this center post. This is our voltage out from the regulator to the battery. So now our voltage regulator is good. We know that it's charging the battery because the battery went up when we started the machine. We know the voltage regulator is putting out 14 volts, which is the correct amount. So I hope that helped. If you had a problem with your charging system, now you know the 3 points to check it, how it works, how to figure out which problem you have, whether it's the stator ring on the top or the voltage regulator or a bad battery. And you can do it with any $5 yard sale multimeter. Just buy a cheap one. Don't buy the cheap one from Walmart for $7. But Harbor Freight, you know, spend 10, 15 bucks. Get a voltmeter. It'll save you a lot of money. So thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button on the way out the door. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you soon.